Hi, and welcome to another installment of Math Basics. Mr. Besh, here is another one and done. And when students first look at this problem, they're like, oh, hold on a second. There are no numbers here. What do? This is all algebra based. Now, to solve this problem, it's not difficult. You just got to know the approach. You don't see any numbers there, but there's a number there. And it comes to vocabulary. In this unit, vocabulary is everything. The more vocabulary that you know, the easier and easier this stuff is. So let's get to it. First and foremost, you got this right here. This is an angle cluster, and every single angle cluster that we have is a rotation that measures 360 degrees. That is the first thing that everybody needs to know. So when I combine together this angle here and this angle here and this angle here and this angle here, which there are 4 of them, they add up to make that 360. Now, some other things that we know. Before people get to this, they look and say, oh, there's no numbers there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What do you think this box here represents? Guys, that box is your first clue. That box is telling you what you do first. That box is a 90-degree angle, or insinuates 90-degree angle, and it says that this guy here and this guy here add up to make 90 degrees. So what you got to do is you got to build up the little elementary school equation here. Remember, if you get a variable that doesn't have a number in front of it, always drop a 1 in its place. Now, when I take the 2 pieces and I take 2x and 1x and I add them up, that makes 3 x's. And those 3 x's come out to be 90 degrees. And then look at this guy. Here's my equation. Pretty darn simple to solve. Take this guy right here, do the opposite of this. So now I know my x value is going to be 30. Now this, guys, this is my first step. Once I know x is equal to 30, now it unlocks all the other angles that I have to find. So let's start filling in. Let's clean this up a little bit and let's get to it. We're going to be using what we referred to in a previous video as the line test. And here's how it goes. So now once I know that the x value here comes out to be equal to 30, then I know these 2 angles that are here. 2x, which means double x, is going to be, this could be 60 degrees here. And then this is the 1x, which this is going to be 30 degrees here. Now, one of the things that we've talked about is this line test. And what this line test basically is take the line in the picture, and there's only one, from A to B. And then here's what you know. When you take a line and you highlight that line, look above the line, look below the line. Everything above the line has to add up to make 180. And everything below the line also has to add up to make 180. So if I know that and I'm going into it, then I know this piece right here and this piece right here have to add up to be 180 degrees. So if this guy is 60, this guy has to be 120 degrees. And when I look on the bottom here, if this guy is 30, then this guy has to be 150 degrees. Now, before you submit any answers, okay, or before you get too cocky, double check your work. Always double check your work. Remember, it's an angle cluster. All angle clusters need to add up to be 360 degrees. Your first check that you would do is go around and add up all of those 4 numbers here. Add them all up, okay? Each one of these. And when you add them up, you most certainly get 360 degrees. And secondly, the eye test. If you see an acute angle, it needs to have an acute number. And if you see an obtuse angle, it has to have an obtuse number. All right. So this problem required a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of vocabulary, and more importantly, you needed to know that that box there represented a 90-degree angle. Some problems require you to start at a specific spot. Not all questions can be done in any particular order, and this one you had to follow a particular order. Okay. So I hope you found this video here helpful and informative when we're talking plane geometry.